another episode of Spirituality Podcast. I don't know if you could tell, but I can feel this energy, this newness, this harvest, this springtimey, this fun and flirtiness that's like building up. I can feel it, and I've needed this, and I'm very excited about this. So I figured, I don't know if people are still honoring Hot Girl Summer, but over here we are. So since we are, I figured what better way to kind of bring in the energy of springtime, of like that spring summer lightness, than to kind of do like an Astrobae episode where not only will we share some astrological facts, but I will also kind of give you some Astrobae tips, some tips to make the most of your flirty, fun, hot girl summer, spring time. I want to say this is not long-term partnership advice. Please do not take this as such. This is simply how do I maximize my good time, right? Because we're all here in the summer and in the spring for a good time, not a long time. This is not cuffing season. So all this advice is going to be centered around your sign, whichever whatever planet you want to apply this information to. I'm not going to be like, it's for your sun, moon, rising, north, like I'm not. It's whatever you feel like is resonant for you, about how to get the most out of this nice light energy. So because my human design strategy is to respond, I have some questions that I'm going to be using as kind of like my base to kind of cover this. I do want to say this is the culmination of my knowledge around astrology, also mixed in with some like intuitive messages that I get off the top of my dome around each respective sign and the energy, the pleasure energy, the dating energy that is to come. So yeah, let's get into it. Before we do that though, we cannot skip the gifts of gratitude. Those are what keep us grounded. So today I am grateful for showing up. I think I've definitely challenged myself to show up differently, and I'm really, really just feeling like, wow, girl, you've been showing up as a mother, as a friend, as a business owner, as an artist. I've definitely shown up lately, and I'm proud of myself. So I'm showing gratitude for that. I also am grateful for this springtime, this lightness, this light energy that I feel coming in. I think it's definitely necessary collectively. I think we also still have a lot more work to do, and we can honor both joy and grief, joy and whatever the opposite of joy, whatever word you want to put in there that applies to you, that is the opposite of joy for you. We can honor both those emotions at one time. And I think it is up to us to make space for the light. So I'm so, 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 so grateful for this space that is Aries season. The space and the light to just do the thing. I'm also grateful for courage. I have been exercising a lot of courage lately. It is a very strong virtue that everyone should have in their life. Because without courage, you are simply just progressing and moving behind fear. So I'm very grateful for that. I know these are like all very intangible things, but I think when we talk about gratitude, we have to talk about the intangibles. So yeah, that's what we got. But let's jump right into this episode. Pause before we do that, because it is Aries season, and I have finally gotten out of my own way about a lot. I created this isn't like a one-time thing. I've been creating for the past 5 years a resource hub for creatives, thinkers, scientists, architects all over the world, of opportunities ranging from grants and residencies, exhibitions and open calls and fellowships, and just various different artistic opportunities to help sustain us as creatives. And it is available for the price of a cup of coffee per month. Right now we're sitting at over 900 opportunities and counting. I update it rigorously, so you will always have the most up-to-date version. The quality, I can't even just get into it. The quality is, you're gonna be like, I'm getting this for $5. How? But anyway, this episode I've decided is sponsored by myself and this resource hub and how much I feel like it can help artists get what we want out of our career. So yeah, if you want to get into it, I will put a link in the description where you can access that. So yeah. But yeah, let's talk Astrobae. We're going to start at the top of the very top with motherfucking Aries. Now, here are the questions, and here the information is going to cover these questions. Yes, I wrote them down because your girl's mind be all over the place. First question, who is my fun and flirty flame? This is where I will kind of share what I think spiritually, intuitively, but also with knowledge of the astrological transits and such, would be the most compatible, least problematic fling to kind of fall into in this period. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that. What is not toxic but still good? So we gonna give you a plethora of options to choose from, of signs that will be the least problematic, I feel like, for you to interact with this fun flirty season. And then we're going to cover this question because I feel like this will be prevalent and relevant to a lot of people. It's been a minute since I've dated. I've worked hard on myself and don't want to regress. How do I honor the seriousness of my progress with the playfulness of dating? So we're going to show like kind of how to keep it light and cute, but also how to keep it in alignment, right? Like we ain't gotta completely go back to old behaviors to enjoy our hot girl summer. You know, girl is gender neutral. So yeah, we're gonna cover those 3 questions, and we're gonna start with Aries. Aries, what is my fun, flirty flame? I feel like for Aries this year, they're gonna need a lot of grounding. So I feel like I'm gonna go with an earth sign. I'm gonna go Capricorn. I think that Capricorns will be really, really fun for Aries this season. I feel like because we have Jupiter moving into Aries, it's already gonna be a lot, and you need an energy that's going to allow you to be a lot, but also be like, but we here though, right? And I feel like Capricorns are really good at that. They're really good at being that rock that's just there while you're the wind and the fire doing all of this, right? So yeah, I think for Aries, that to me is your fun and flirty bling. Your numero uno is a Capricorn. And also they're gonna help you maximize, I feel like, the material abundance that often is associated with Jupiter and Aries, or with Jupiter in general. So I feel like they're gonna help you start the thing. They're gonna help you be like, oh my God, you have an idea, let's build on that shit. Like, I feel like this could be a really good period, this mid-quarter, this, you know, summer harvest season could be really good for Aries to really hit the ground running on whatever it is that they want to do in their life. And I think a Capricorn is going to be right there on the way alongside with you. So that to me is who I think is the most fun and flirty bling for Aries. Yes. Now, the least toxic, most fun signs for Aries. I'm just going to say, I was going to say all air signs, and then I was like, you know what? Let's not do that. So I'm going to say the least problematic for Aries, I think, would be Libras, which is interesting because in my head, my intuition was like, Libras are the most. But then I was like, no, they're not. I think that this is a time period where Libras can offer, they're really good at offering and balancing out energies. So I feel like either they're gonna be with you on 10, or they're gonna be the level that you need while you're on 10, or they're gonna be like, hey, you're on 10, let's bring it down to 7. Let me bring my energy up to a 4, and we gonna be here. So yeah, I think that Libras would be the least problematic, you know, to entangle yourself with this summer. Leos, I also think would be the least problematic. I feel like Leos would be the champions that Aries often need. Now, keep in mind, again, this is not a long-term partnership advice. This is simply, how do I make the most out of this April, May to August, September energy, right? Like this is a very temporary energy. So when I'm thinking of the context of this period, these are the signs I think would make the most out of that time. And that's really where all of this information is rooted in. And also, you've done work on yourself. You don't want to regress. You know, you don't want to be like all seriousness, looking for love and looking for a partner. But you also want to be like, I want to have fun and also honor the work that I've done. And I feel like air signs would be the ones. I think earth signs, in terms of progress and in terms of maximizing this abundance of energy that can be utilized to work toward your goals, Aries, would be perfect. I feel like air signs would be the ones to give you that fun, flirty, specifically Libras. They would definitely give you all the fun and flirty and all the balance that you need. Like when you're exhausting all your energy on your own personal pursuits, you need someone who's gonna be there and just be fun and not like be super stressful and not, you know, and is very flexible and understanding and knows how to adjust, but also knows how to give you that other side that you're probably missing, like the fun, the spontaneity, the things that you may be getting and maybe giving, Aries, but it may be going to a more personal flow, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I think. And then as far as like honoring progress, right? You don't want to have to slip back into toxic dick. So to honor progress, definitely go with your air signs. As long as you have gotten to a place in your growth where you can open your fucking mouth, as long as you can communicate, have all the fucking fun with an air sign that you want. So, moving on, Taurus. Who is your flirty, fun flame? It's giving very Sagittarius. I don't know. I feel like Tauruses are like ready to come out and play. Maybe that's why Sag popped in my head. And also, you know, we have Uranus and Taurus. So Taurus is maybe feeling like, I want to do something different. I want a different energy. And I think that Sages are all about the different. They're all about the let's go balls to the wall and do it, right? So I think that Sages would be your fun, flirty flame. They would be the ones who will allow you to get the most out of your hot girl summer that you want to get. Now, the least problematic and most fun. The least problematic and most fun. I'm going to say, I feel like Taurus and Pisces would do really, really well. Taurus and Pisces, and even Taurus and Scorpio, because this is a temporary thing. Now, this has a few asterisks that I'm not really gonna go into detail about, but I will say this, because this is a temporary period and Tauruses are definitely looking to do something different than what is their norm. I feel like being around energies that just flow and that just go with the flow would be helpful. Now, I said Scorpio because they do have a sense of directness. They do have a sense of just very forceful movement. They're a more forceful flow than like a Pisces. Like a Pisces, this is a more like watery, malleable, expansive, like very loose sort of flow. And Scorpios are very direct. If they're going to flow this way in this direction. And I think for Tauruses, they don't need someone completely too fluid because they're shifting, but they're not going to shift too far outside of what they want. But I think they could benefit and get the most out of this high energy period by being with someone who's a little bit more flowy than them. And I think Tauruses and Pisces and Scorpios would do really well. So, yeah, and so the sign that allows you to honor your growth, you know I'm gonna say my earth signs. I'm not gonna say Virgo. We're not gonna go there. So I'm not gonna say all my earth signs, but I definitely think Taurus for you, a Capricorn or another Taurus, or even an Aquarius. I think these are signs that would help you honor the growth that you've done with yourself, but also have fun. Also not take everything so seriously. This is not, hot girl summer is not a period of finding our forever love. That's just not the energies, right? So I think getting with signs that are also strong in who they are, but can also recognize the boundaries and the growth that someone else has done, and the playfulness in that boundary setting. Because I think Aquariuses and Capricorns are two signs that really find playfulness in boundaries, like, to be honest. So getting with signs that honor that, I think would be a really good chill time for Tauruses. I'm thinking low drama, low stress, you know, that's kind of the vibe that we're giving. So all of these answers are based on that. Next we have Gemini, my sun sign sisters. Gemini. I feel like our fun and flirty flame this hot girl summer is gonna be Leos. I think that Leos are just with our bullshit. I think that Leos give us the ego boost that we want and we need sometimes. And I think Leos, in terms of attention, can just give us, they just be given, you know, they be given. And I think for us, we're only going to get the most out of this hot girl summer if something can hold our attention. And yeah, I think Leos can do that for us. So have fun. Yeah, I see a lot of bomb-ass outfits. I see a lot of like summertime situations. I'm talking beach, I'm talking trips. Like, I see that in this Gemini-Leo duo. So hopefully you utilize that time. I see a lot of like really good dinners and just all the fun things, laughter. I see a shit ton of laughter. I'm standing firm on this word. I am. Yeah, who is toxic? Who's not toxic but still good? These may not be your consistent, right? So this second question is really giving like, who's a bench player that I can throw in the game and not jeopardize the flow of the game, right? And when I think of that, it's giving very Virgo. It's giving very Virgo. Virgos are just, I'm like, is there another person coming to mind? No, it's just giving very Virgo. I think Virgos will be the least toxic, most fun for us this hot girl summer. I think especially with the work that Geminis have had to do with our south nodes just leaving us. Yeah, I feel like Virgos with who I don't want to generalize. I'm like really trying hard not to generalize. But I feel like Virgos would just give us Geminis what we need. And we know how to like keep the toxicity to a minimum unless we want to engage. So if it's toxic, it's definitely probably not one-sided. Yeah, and who's gonna be the one that's gonna honor your growth? We got your Sages. Well, your Sages and your Aquariuses. I feel like for Geminis, those are two signs that we could have fun with this summer. I'm feeling more Sag than Aquarius, because I feel like Aquariuses are also very focused on other things right now. But yeah, it's giving very Sag. Definitely so. So Geminis, enjoy y'all a good Sagittarius. You know, Sages are the amplifiers. They are the light shiners. They are the philosophy bringers. I think for Geminis and how we require stimulation and playfulness and attention, and how we also have really high energy banks, Sages will go there. Sages, I feel like if you get a good one and you both are communicative, I feel like it could be a space where you don't have to regress to get pleasure, if that makes sense. So yeah. Next we have our Cancers. Cancers, I am feeling very Scorpio energy. I am. Like, I feel like Scorpios will be your fun, flirty flings for this hot girl summer. It's giving very much we are off doing our own thing and we can give a fuck about what y'all are doing. It is. I feel like Cancers and Scorpios, I feel like this year is y'all's year to frolic. And I see a lot of y'all frolicking together. And I see a lot of y'all just blowing together. And I love that for you guys. I really do. So That is so beautiful. Who is the least toxic but still good? Cancers. Cancer, 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 Cancer. I think the least toxic but most good this season is going to be Aquarius. Aries. Unless they're on that bullshit. I'm thinking about like what's going to be happening this summer, and I'm like, unless they on that bullshit, it could be a bit much. But for the most part, I feel like for Cancers, Aries are going to be, they're going to be the ones that bring out all the things that a Cancer wants to bring out, but doesn't often feel comfortable enough to. And Aries are just naturally going to embody that, which is going to make the Cancer a bit more comfortable about showing that, right? So I think that could be an area where, you know, as long as there's parameters set that this is a fun, light time, it doesn't have to be toxic, you know? I think both signs have the ability to give each other their space. They also have the what is the word I'm looking for? The capability to enmesh when they want to enmesh. So I definitely feel like, yeah, Cancers and Aries, y'all gonna get it this summer. And who's gonna be the least regressive to your progress? Cancer, Capricorn, for sure. Capricorns are popping this summer. I feel like Capricorns are definitely popping. Like, they've done a lot of work. They've also gone through a lot of harshness. They're coming out of a lot of harshness. So I feel like this hot girl summer, this sunny season, this flirty fun time is gonna be up and stuck for Capricorns, personally. So yeah, I think for Cancers, Capricorns will be your least regressive, just because they've done so much to move out of where they were that the flow would be better, I think. Leo, who is your flirty fun time? Aquarius. It's giving very Aquarius energy. It's giving two bosses building and bitten, not building because this isn't long-term energy. But it is just giving two boss energies, kind of like flowing and showing up and being the best dressed and going out to brunch and like stunting together, because both of you guys, I think, enjoy that innately. And I think you can balance each other out with the energies that you bring. You know, Leos are a bit more outwardly, externally expressive, and Aquariuses are a bit more reserved until they're in environments where they feel comfortable being externally expressive. So I think the balance could be great with these two signs, and I definitely am seeing a lot of fun, flirty times. Who is the least toxic but still good? Least toxic but still good for a Leo. It's giving very Libra. It is. It's giving like Libras. I just see that attraction being just there. And I think that both signs would go into it with like, we're just gonna have fun. And with that being the mission, they're definitely gonna have fun. I think that both of those signs are good at putting their minds to something, as long as their minds are set on something and kind of flowing in the energies that are from that initial point, right? So yeah, I definitely am gonna say your least toxic but still good is gonna be your Libras. Who's gonna be the least regressive for our Leos? I feel like Pisces. I feel like Pisces are gonna be the ones to remind you like, we don't do that no more. Like, Pisces are gonna be the ones to see who you are, see you for who you are, and act and treat you like we are here. Remember, we're here. We don't need to be doing shit that's here, we're here. And in that, I think it could just be a fun time. It could just really be I think it could be a space where also for Leos, they can explore these new, more mature avenues that they've developed through the work that they've done. I feel like that's definitely highly likely with the Pisces, and I'm super excited for that energy. Yeah. We got our Virgos. Virgos, your fun, flirty fling is definitely going to be your Geminis. It's so funny that I said Gemini and it was a different time. You get what I'm saying. But Virgos, I stand on what I said. Virgos, your fun, flirty energy is going to be Geminis. They're not going to get too hot and heavy with you, which is what I think, for the most part, you guys are good with. I think that when you use your hot girl summer, you want it to be known that this is fun. This is the intention. We are going into it with this. I don't want to get with people who are going to convolute that intention. And I think Geminis could be your fun time, your good time, not long time, you know? So I'm definitely here for that. Your least toxic, but still good. I'm gonna say your Aquariuses. I think Aquariuses for Virgos at this period, at this juncture, it's gonna be solid. It's gonna be great. I feel like it'll go as far as both of you guys want it to go. I feel like if you want to keep it casual, it will be casual. I feel like it'll only be as great and as good of a time as you guys want it to be. And you kind of want someone who's going to match that energy with you, Virgo. You do. And who's going to be the least regressive to our progress? It's giving very much Cancer. It's giving very much, I think Cancers actually for Virgos this season are going to be the ones that nurture the Virgos to further grow and to further stand on what they've grown and to further expound upon the growth that they've done. I feel like that's very, that's the energy. That's what it's giving. And it's going to be in ways that are freeing, that don't really follow an order most times, which is probably going to be hard for the Virgo, but in some way conducive. I just see it being very free-flowing and just a fun time. And the best use of this energy, I feel like whenever we have like the spring, summertime energy, it's a great experimentational ass energy, right? It's great to like work out everything, work out the kinks, try this, try that, do whatever. Until you come into like the fall where we're like, okay, all that shit's gotta go. This is staying, this stuck. I like doing this. This has helped me, you know? So yeah. All of these are with that in mind. Libra, I feel like your most fun and flirty is definitely going to be your Aries. I feel like for Libras, they need someone who's going to turn up the heat. They also need someone who's going to get them out of their head half the time. You know, I think Libras tend to be a bit wavery too much a lot of times. One foot here, one foot there, this decision and this decision, but at this moment we just need one. And Aries will definitely be your, okay, we're going with this one. And with how flexible Libras are, I think that with an Aries in this season, that could be very sexy for you guys. So I'm here for it. Yeah, who is the least toxic but still good for our Libras? It's giving very Capricorn. It's giving very like, we are progressing, but we don't necessarily have to pick the direction. You know, if we just simply wake up and still enjoy each other as we did the day before, that is progress. And I feel like in this season of fun and flirty, that's like my punchline for this episode. In this season of fun and flirty, you need someone who is gonna kind of go with you in a forward motion without needing to always know the end of that motion. And that's keeping in mind that Capricorns are coming off some heavy ass shit. So this is what the energy is giving. I do want to also let you know, and this, you could take this how you will, but this is not like researched based. Like I didn't like do a compatibility thing. It's very much just like, okay, here's the energy. Here's what I'm picking up on energetically, collectively through these signs and also individually and also like all these other aspects. Here's what I see unfolding in this period with these energies. And I'm kind of just giving it to you like that. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you want to run a compatibility, run a compatibility. But I also want to let you know this is short-term, good time, not long-time advice. So compatibility isn't really, I mean, compatibility I guess is good if you're looking for partnership, but we're more looking for like suitability of time and energy and the season that we just came out of. That's also what I'm thinking about. It's like, okay, here's where these signs have just come out of. This is probably the energy they're moving into. So yeah. Next, we have our Scorpios. Scorpios, your fun and flirty fling is definitely going to be your Aquarius. I feel like Aquariuses, there's a mutual respect there, maybe, that can bring about a very fiery spark that ends up, you know, going out and lasting into a pretty fun flame over the next couple months. And I think that's good. I think it's what's needed for both of you guys. I think both that intensity, both that fire, both that energy, both of the power that you guys bring will definitely bring out the best, keeping in mind, this ain't your forever nigga. right? This is not forever love. If I'm going into this like I want to have these type of experiences, I want this to be what this season is about. I want to relax, I want to have fun, I want to flirt, I want to try it all. That is what this advice is tailored to. Yeah, so who's going to be your least toxic, but still good? For Scorpios. It is giving, I'm trying to think. It is giving Taurus. It is. I feel like because Tauruses are building, Scorpios are letting go of a lot. I feel like that energy together at the right time could be very supportive of each other and also could be a place of reprieve for each other. And that's what you need in this fun and flirty period, is like, we still got work to do, but also I'm trying to kick it and have fun and lay back, you know? And this is good for that. So yes. And who's going to be the least regressive to your progress? For Scorpios. Ooh, it's giving very Virgo. It is. It's giving very Virgo. I can't really tell you why. I'm just really getting a good cohesion of Scorpio's progress and Virgo's ability to kind of like come and tailor and like always be conscious of their role alongside the Scorpio and their progress, right? So it's giving very much like Virgos ain't gonna stay around if they don't want to be here. So for Scorpios, I think that is necessary in this season. It's necessary to feel like everything around you is there because it chooses to be. And for Scorpio, I think that's a great comfort zone and a great safety net where they can explore pleasure. So yeah, I love that. What else? Ooh, we have our Sages. Sages, your fun and flirty fling is definitely going to be your Geminis and your Aquariuses. I feel like for Sages, they're on a forward-thinking motion. You know, they're always moving forward. They're always about being adventurous. They're always about going and being bigger, better, expanding. And I feel like for this season, with all that they've probably built up energetically, Geminis would be the most fun and flirty, and then Aquariuses would be the most leveling of that energy, which could be fun and flirty, you know, if you're with that. So yes. Who is the least toxic but still good for our Sages? I'm gonna say Aries. I'm gonna say, since it's fun and flirty and it's short term, I think that because Sages and Aries have an understanding, I think that that's why it could be least toxic. And I think also with just the amount of energy that they have, it could be the most fun. Like for real. It's like two things keeping up with each other always. Yeah, who's the least regressive for our Sages? It's giving very Capricorn. Capricorns are just going to be everyone's hot topic this summer. And I'm just here for it. Very here for it. Yeah. So on to our Capricorns. Speaking of Capricorns, your fun and flirty for this season is definitely going to be your Pisces. As you guys are looking to like let loose and relax and unwind, which is not really your nature, but you know, you kind of need a moment of reprieve. I think your Pisces will be here to kind of like help you relax a little bit, help you lean into like the work that can happen through the non-work. And I think for this season, that's what's needed. Definitely needed. Least toxic, but still good for our Aquarius. It's giving very Leo. It's giving very, I match your energy and also give you good sex. It's definitely giving very Leo. So your Leos are going to be your least toxic, but still good. Because sometimes toxic can be the good. And who's going to be the least aggressive to the progress of a Capricorn? We are talking Taurus. We are talking Aquarius. And I'm even going to throw up in there a Scorpio. For sure. I think that these signs could be fun. These signs could be explorative. These signs I also don't think would force you or allow you to regress. So, yeah. That's that on that. Next, we're moving on to our Aquarius, our peculiar people. Aquarius, your fun and flirty fling is definitely going to be a Gemini and is definitely going to be a Leo. I feel like if you guys can allow yourself to loosen up, these signs can bring you joy, can bring you good times. And I'm here for that. Yeah. Who's going to be your least toxic but still good? We got Virgos. Because this is not a long time deal. This is a good time deal. I think you guys can be the good time that you need for each other. When you guys make the time for that good time, I will say that. And my Aquariuses know exactly what that means. And who's going to be the least regressive for our Aquarius energies? It's giving very Taurus. It's also kind of giving Scorpio. Yeah, it's giving very Taurus and Scorpio. I feel like these signs can hold well and bode well up against wherever you are at any given moment, Aquarius, and adjust accordingly. And yeah, I think that that is what you need to get the most out of your hot girl summer. And last but not least, we have our Pisces. Ooh, Pisces, your fun and flirty flame is definitely going to be some Aries, for sure. Aries, and even Libra, I think for a good time and not a long time, they're going to be the ones who back you up in the fun department. They're going to be the ones who match your energy in the flirting department. They're going to be the ones who give you probably really good, mind-blowing, energetic sex. So yeah, I would say those are your fun and flirty flames. Who's the least toxic but still good for a Pisces? Whew, that's hard. I'm going to go with Capricorn. I think for this season, Pisces would appreciate the groundedness of a Capricorn without feeling so suffocated if they choose not to be. So yeah, that's least toxic, but still good. And who's going to be the least regressive for a Pisces? I'm definitely going to say a Gemini, and I will also say another Pisces. I think that there is fun to be had with your own energy. And Pisces, I feel like, would do really well in that department. So yeah, I hope these resonated with you. I really want people to come back after this season is over, like August, September, and be like, hey, here's my actual encounter with this one sign. And I want to hear about it because I feel like these are pretty accurate. It was really just like off the intuition, off the cuff messages of what energies kind of could use this other energy to help maximize how they utilize their hot girl, flirty, that's a tongue twister, flirty, fun energy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And at some point, I will get into like a full extensive astrological rundown, but it's just not gonna happen this episode. I thought it was, and then I got into it and I was just having so much fun. That I kind of just went with the flow of what was happening. So till next time, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you get the most out of your hot girl, hot summer, because it is going to be hot. Thank global warming for that. And until next time. Oh yeah, so follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SpirutualiTEAY. TEAY. If you want to follow my beautiful face, you can do so at peacebethecreative. I was going to give you my website. Peacebethecreative.com is my website if you want to book me for anything. But yeah, follow me at peacebethecreative. And till next time. Bye.